like that. So I don't really know at what point I know that I gave them a green light prior to the coup, upon the instruction of my government.
Madame New toured America, trying to rally support for the beleaguered regime. At the same time, New hinted that he might make a deal with the communists.
Pourquoi êtes-vous anticommuniste?
I am an anti-communist from the point of view of doctrine. I am not an anti-communist from the point of view of politics or humanity. I consider the communists as brothers, lost sheep. I am not for a crusade against the communists, because we are a little country, and we only want to live in peace.
On October 26th, Vietnam's National Day, Diem reviewed the troops.
He knew that the coup was being planned, and he was, I bet you he had every possible resource that he had at his disposal out trying to find out where they were and how to destroy it.
Lodge, through Konin, had signaled his approval of the general's plan. But suspecting a double cross, the generals refused to reveal the date for the coup. It began on November 1st.
And it was just a little after 1 when we heard the first shell go off. And then we went up onto the roof, and you could see the planes dropping bombs, and you could see the troops starting to come down the street, and the thing was really on.
Do you remember what your own feeling was at seeing all that?
Well, my own feeling, well, I've sort of been living with it for several weeks. So I can't say I was surprised, but of course it's always a very interesting thing to see people shooting. He telephoned me about 4 o'clock, and he said, they've started the coup, and he said, I want to know what the attitude of the United States government is. Well, I said, it's 4 o'clock in the morning in Washington, and I don't know what the attitude is. Oh, he said, you must have an idea. No, I said, I haven't, but I said, I'm very alarmed about your personal safety, and I have taken steps so that you can be made titular chief of state in a new government, or that you can be flown out of the country to some safe place, or else, I said, I offer you asylum here in the residence. And he said, no. He said, I'm going to restore order.
Will you seek political asylum in this country if the coup is successful?
Never.
Why?
No, because I cannot stay in a country of people who have stabbed my government in time of war.
What news do you have of your
At
husband?
first, I do not think that it will succeed. You can be sure that I am sure that it will never succeed.
Yeah.
News from my husband?
Yeah.
I know only that he expected the coup.
All right, we'll have to break it up now. What of his welfare? Is he all right? Is he all right?
November 2nd, 1963.
You're tuned to the 820 AM spot, the 99.9 FM spot. This is AFRS Radio in Saigon. The time now is 1 o'clock. The American ambassador and the commander, Military Assistance Command, announced that all Americans are cautioned that a curfew from 2000 hours last night to 0700 hours this morning is in effect for the Saigon-Cholan-Jia-Din area. For their own safety, Americans should stay off the streets unless movement is absolutely necessary for conduct of official business.
At 3:30 on the morning of November 2nd, the general's infantry and tanks began their assault on the palace. When they broke through, Diem and Nhu were gone.
I tell you that if really the Ngo family have been treacherously killed, in that affair it will be only the beginning of the story.
As the soldiers sacked the palace, the generals searched for Diem and Nhu. Finally, they made contact, and General Min, called Big Min, dispatched a convoy to get them.
One of the group who'd gone to get the two brothers, a general named Mai Hu Swan, came to the door of the office, saluted, and said to Big Men, "Mission accomplished."
Within minutes after he was killed, I got the word.
And what?
He and his brother left the palace, the Zhalong Palace, and went in this underground passageway to this Chinese merchant's house in Sholan, the Chinese section of Saigon. And in the morning, they went into the Roman Catholic Chinese church. And when they came out, there were armed men and an armored car, and they were pushed into the armored car and, I believe, shot inside the armored car.
In a very real sense, the ultimate responsibility for the coup lay with President Ngo Dinh Diem, because he did things that we told him over and over and over again that if he did them, we would have to publicly disapprove of them, and that this would encourage a coup, and he said, "I know." Now, he went ahead and did them, and we had to publicly disapprove of them. There was no choice.
All that is, how do you say, arrogance, comes from arrogance. The US was convinced it possessed the truth and was full of contempt.
My own view was that even at that point, we would have done much better to stick with the constitutional government, or at the very least, to have let them know that our policy was changing. I don't think it was fair, just, or honorable to an ally of 9 years to do this behind his back.
John F. Kennedy's government had been complicit in Diem's overthrow, and that complicity deepened America's involvement in Southeast Asia. But Kennedy's death in Dallas only 3 weeks later overshadowed the assassinations in Saigon. It was left for the new president to discover what Kennedy and Eisenhower and Diem had created in South Vietnam.
American Experience is made possible by the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation to enhance public understanding of the role of technology. The foundation also seeks to portray the lives of the men and women engaged in scientific and technological pursuit.
How do you get a weed-free lawn, a healthy garden, a home that's pest-free? Every day we work to find new and better solutions. Ortho, proud to support the American Experience on PBS.
At Liberty Mutual Insurance, we do everything we can to help prevent accidents and make America a safer place. Liberty Mutual is proud to support American Experience.
American Experience is also made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you. Major funding for this program was provided by the National Endowment for the Humanities.
We are PBS.